Up next on Sorted.
I hope that thing goes 10 laps.
Okay, here's where we stand halfway through, but the lion's share of the points are going to decide the victor. We've seen how fast these things can accelerate. Now we turn up the heat to see how well they can lap a track and ultimately, for how long. The goal is 10 laps, with the first lap being a time attack lap from a hard start in the pits. The watch stops when they cross the start-finish line. After that, the cars will continue on for an additional 9 flying laps to see who has the fastest average lap time for the full session. Lowest average time takes the 80 points. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Seeing all these modified cars might inspire you at home to get started on your next project. Whether you want a parts car, a running car, or a heavily modified car, AutoTempest is the right place for you. All the cars, one search.
Now it's time to do the time attack laps. We're gonna get Tanner into the ZR1 and we're gonna set a baseline.
I'm ready on you.
Time attack lap is standing start in the pits, and his flying lap right here when he crosses the start finish line will be the time. What are you guys thinking on time here?
I bet you Tanner is so happy to be in a car with factory brakes.
Good factory
Good
brakes.
factory brakes.
All right, here comes the standing. Just for context, that is such a slow turn there. It almost looks like you come to a stop from screaming down the straightaway.
He's flying.
All right.
It's a good lap.
All right.
Up until recently, that was the loudest production car you could buy.
127.51.
Wow.
ZR1's really fast. Remember we talked about bringing out a Golf R briefly,
Yeah.
and here we are with a ZR1. I think we've set a very high baseline.
I mean, the Corvette is a little bit of a marshmallow. It does everything really good. It's not 100% great at any one thing, but it does everything really good. A little bit of bouncing on the rev limiter. They're not lying when they say that is the red line. But, you know, the ZR1's a monster. 2 laps, no problem, no brake fade. Got the job done. Mountains of grip, great differential, super drivable. Not a ton of steering feel, but that's going to be a hard time to beat. This thing's still cold. Jesus Christ, this thing launches. Holy crap. Alright, I gotta be a little gentle on the brakes. The seat just doesn't hold you in for track use. Oh my god, this thing is so fast. I don't know if I'm gonna get 2 laps out of these brakes. Here we go. Oh my god! Woo! tuned for full throttle, but the partial throttle drivability is not that great. This one, unfortunately, 60-70%, which is what you want sometimes, it really flutters. I mean, it can be really difficult for on track. You basically have to get to the corner and then just mat it. Let the power do its thing. I can feel the brakes warping right now. And yes, I feel bad about that. That seems plenty fast. I mean, these brakes are getting cooked. Really having to take care of the car now. Woo, it's getting hot in here. Hopefully that's not a fire. This is going to be the last lap for the Audi.
128.87, same thing, like within a tenth of a second.
No, he's done.
Oh yeah, went straight through.
When he goes through the straight through, that's the signal that he's done.
All right, I gotta let it cool down. It's getting really hot. That's hotter than I'm comfortable with. It cooled straight down, so I don't think we've done any head gasket damage. Brakes went away, but I kind of just lengthened the braking zones and they sort of stayed the same. So could it have done more laps? Probably, but the temperature was escalating continuously with no leveling in sight. So I think that would have been a catastrophic failure. Brakes were making some real strange noises in the back. They've started to build pressure up again now, and the temperature's back to 226. I mean, I think my cutoff with Toyota was 250. It did 252, and the temperature was not slowing down. It was on its way to
coolant temperature. Oil temp.
It's coolant temp, and it was on its way to a failure for sure.
Okay, so let's park it and put a fork in this one. Move on to the next one.
Were the second two laps? Was it getting slower? Second, third lap?
No, you were like one standing start, and then hot laps were the same exact time, within like 0.2 of a second.
Yeah. So the standing start, so the lap is faster.
Yeah.
And then that
but
one.
you were a little shorter over there. That makes up for like the second discrepancy.
Oh, maybe.
I'm super bummed that it just was missing. The one thing that it didn't have was partial throttle tuning. Like, it was a dyno tuned car, full throttle, crisp as could be. And if I ever got in trouble with the engine popping or spitting, full throttle. And it just cleaned right up and it was perfect.
All right, that's one down. How do I turn this thing off? There we go. So when I noticed this thing before, it's got an open diff, which kind of prevents you from getting in a lot of trouble. The brakes are hard, but they don't change. And maybe it'll do 10 laps?
I hope so. We
should.
need somebody to do 10 laps.
This guy says he does full track day, 30-minute track day sessions.
Are we good to
down here.
send this off the line or no? Or is this another
Does it have keys? Oh, it's got a key. Yeah, there's a key.
Oh, yeah. Beat the shit out of it. You're ready. It's gonna beat the shit out of it, okay?
No. Not
really.
It's gonna be nice and nice.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm ready.
Shit out of it, right? Yeah.
That sounds good. All right.
Oh, it's on me?
Not you. slower. So he's about 4 or 5 seconds slower than the other cars so far.
Yeah, but listen,
about right.
dude, to
let's see
buy that car and modify it is like a tenth of the price of the Viper.
And I guarantee
That car's
he'll
like
have the-
$11,000.
He's 120 into that car.
He's
He
not
is.
100.
He-
No
talk to him.
fucking way.
Talk to him.
I will.
He's like, this is his biggest his regret was starting with a 135. He's changed everything. It's like my Corvette's got 200 grand into it. It could have been a Diablo. Instead, I've got a $30,000 Corvette.
He's driving.
128.68.
He's driving like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad job.
Yeah.
Now this is the BMW 135. Pretty fun to drive, I gotta say. I think I found the limit of the brakes. I can't tell if it's got a pretty bad differential. So you have to be real gentle on the throttle, but it gets the job done, that's for sure. I'm gonna start braking 50 feet earlier this lap. The brakes are starting to show a little bit of wear, a little bit of heat. At the end of that straightaway, almost pushing wide there.
He's going a little easy. He came out of that corner a little gentler.
Yep, he's now, we're getting
down?
slower. No, we're just getting slower.
The brakes are still kind of going away. Looks like it's the rear brakes. Yeah, I was just asking how many laps we'd done.
He's on his 6th lap.
Yep.
All right.
10 laps.
All right, nice work.
That was 10, huh?
The temp is okay.
Yeah, 10's
How'd the
good.
car hold up?
It was good. I mean, it was 260 at 255 tops. Yeah, felt like it could have done that till the tank was empty. I know this steering wheel comes out, but
Oh yeah, it does. Wow, I made that a lot harder for myself than I had to be yesterday.
hey, nice work. That was awesome. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thanks.
It's a beast, but it puts the power down pretty well. It makes great grip in the corners, as I found just making my way over to that straightaway. And if the numbers don't lie, it did like almost 180 miles an hour just on that little straightaway. Once I'm actually at speed on the track, it could be even faster than that. So it's gonna be quick.
You actually think this is gonna do 10?
Maybe it's a race car, you know? Yeah.
I don't know. It might. In theory, it's only running 50% power. It can't be sketchier than the Supra.
True, true.
Oh my god.
That's a good car.
I hope that thing goes 10 laps.
Wow, that thing's moving.
And you know what? He's still braking at the same point though, which is
Well, 'cause
very
it's probably
good.
going 190 miles an hour. Bro, that thing accelerates
You see
like
the
a
front end
Daytona
just
prototype.
Fire coming out of the front of that
Oh my
thing.
god.
All right, what do you think on the
What was it?
126.97? So our fast lap so
3
far.
seconds
Wow.
faster than the Audi.
Yeah.
2 seconds faster than the ZR1.
01 was
127, she
Yeah.
said.
Full
So,
second.
well, yeah,
so-
no, it was
Yeah.
about the same as the ZR1 from a standing start.
Okay.
Which is why it just shows you how amazing the ZR1 is. Because that car has 1,300 horsepower. And you just listen to that thing rip. The ZR1's got a corner harder.
cool down.
Oh, he done. He done.
Oh, it just shut me off. I just got a low oil pressure warning and I got a bunch of stuff on the windshield. Yep.
Oh,
Oh, he's got stuff on the
a
windshield.
low oil pressure warning.
Reverse direction here,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
There's smoke coming out.
Yeah, no fire though. Oh, it's just spitting oil.
Yeah.
Well, it's good enough that the engine cut off with a
Yeah.
low oil pressure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd the owner go?
It cut the engine and would just let it run at idle basically.
Okay.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
The catch can I think filled up and it overpressurized, so it spewed out. Wow, I really thought this would last longer.
Yeah, I mean it lasted longer just for the
It was
time
fast.
attack stuff. Fastest lap. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got that.
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh
It
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
last the endurance.
But it was not even like I mean, for having twice the horsepower of that car, and it went about the same time.
Winning's winning.
Horsepower for show. Brakes are for dough. Guys, it doesn't matter if you're looking for a Dodge Viper ACR, an S2000, or a boring ass minivan. AutoTempest.com is where you're gonna save money. Why? Because it saves you time. AutoTempest.com gets all the major car listing sites and puts them all together into one place. All the cars, one search.
If you want to turn it down, but give it all it's got.
Oh, it's on 11 now?
It's on 11 right now.
Okay.
It's got safeties, so like if it gives you like a limp mode feeling, then it's like a coolant temp or whatever. Other than that, you should be good.
Okay.
Seatbelt.
Oh, that's right. One of these guys. Oh.
Yeah.
That's Bob, thank you.
Thing's boogieing. Although the time is not lining up to boogieing yet. Let's see what we... It does seem to be taking the light bulb a little faster.
Slowing down.
What lap is this?
Second.
I don't see any high temperatures, but it's completely cutting out on boost.
Dylan, turn boost down and see if it helps.
Owner says turn the boost knob down a little bit and keep going. A track guy said, I don't want to clean up a whole track. 25 bucks a bag, referring to the kitty litter.
It's rice, ground up rice.
Oh, really?
And it just blows away in the wind. It's really nice. Yeah, it sounds like he's off throttle. It sounds like we may have seen the last of the S2000's laps.
I mean, it's cutting every time I go on boost. I don't know if there's any reason to keep going.
If you turn the boost all the way down and it keeps doing it, shut it down.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Yeah, he says keep going through breakup. You're good.
I mean, it's just basically I'm just driving around at street speed then because it's got you know, it won't make any boost.
Not even wastegate?
I'm on 0. I'm on wastegate boost. I've been on 0 the whole time after the first lap.
Yeah, cool down lap. If you're not making any boost, you can just cool it down and bring it in.
Dang it. I really wish this one would have survived, you know. It's just not easy to make these cars last with this kind of pressure and everything of a racetrack. It's just so different than the street or the dyno. And I really love these S2000s. They've got such spirit, these little lightweight go-karts. But turbocharging them and then adding so much power, this one is just not going to make 10 laps. You know, I really wanted this one to make the distance. I'll be honest. I really was pulling for this one because I love these S2000s. They like have so much spirit and it's like punching above its weight, you know, in all these freaking Goliath machines out here. And it's so fun around the turns because it's so lightweight. It's like 500 pounds less than everything. Yeah. So I'm bummed, but you know, it shows you how difficult it really is to make this kind of power.
How do you think this will do based on how it did during our camera car stuff?
I think it'll be fun, but it's harder to tell if this one's going to damage itself.
Yeah.
Like the turbos are like everything or nothing.
Yeah.
This one, it was running out of power on the straightaway, but it doesn't give you any sign. About my neighbor, but if my neighbor had that car, I would definitely give him a hard time.
I think middle 30s.
Yeah, it's lagging right now. It's
I think 37.
Oh, you know what? Not terrible.
No?
It's like 4, 5, 6 seconds slower than everybody else. He's definitely getting in the brakes early for lap 1.
These brakes are
all power, no stop.
Drag oriented.
Oh, you mean stock?
They're pretty much stock.
Yeah. My mom always said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So,
well, we
so if I'm quiet, you guys.
Blue smoke. So
yeah, it is a little bit smoky, but it's out the exhaust pipe. Yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, you're blowing a little smoke there for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a yes.
Owner wanted me to bring it in.
Oh, that's a lot of oil.
Yep, he's gonna yell at you.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh, that's all here. Look at that. I don't know about you, but none of us have enough garage space, right? It's easier to buy a car than it is to build a garage. Well, that's where Shape Solutions comes in. They've got your car covered in any situation because they can put them up outside wherever you need. And on top of that, they will buy it back from you when you're done with it for up to 50% of its original value. Lead time is as short as 4 weeks for standard sizing. And when you're done, to get half your money back isn't a bad deal. So check them out. We put a link below in the description. See if Shape Solutions can have you covered as well.
And this thing's, is it warmed up?
Yep.
Yeah,
Ready for you.
Let's hit the line and get going.
All right, here we go.
I couldn't even look.
That was awesome. My favorite thing about Porsches is how many of those launches you could do.
Get it
over
over
and over.
All right, what are we thinking lap time? This is the time attack.
125.
That would be the fastest.
Yeah. That looks pretty quick to me.
It's the quickest so far.
Yeah.
At that point, most cars are like 109. That was like 106. Oh, he's got this.
Yeah.
By like
A lot.
What was it?
That was a 24.
124.36.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looked fast.
Okay, I can breathe now. This thing is such a monster. I swear I'm getting one tire to spin on this all-wheel drive system. You feel the weight of the back end, it really wants to rotate. I smell smoke, and it is breaking up a little bit. Can you see anything from the outside?
It's probably just slosh from the meth tank. You're good to go. So you are the fastest lap thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to do 10 laps.
Yeah, I know.
Might not. It's slosh.
Yeah, but
I'm full throttle right now.
oh, he's full throttle right now. All right, bring it in. I want him to make the call because I don't want to damage the car.
Sure.
But
There's a chance you just hit a torque limit, and it won't reset until you reset the car. But it doesn't matter. Like,
Torque limit.
yeah. So because if the ECU hits a factory torque limit, it'll only let the car go like 10% throttle, even though you're wide open. And then if you shut the car off and turn the car back on, it'll reset the thing.
do you want to just
So-
start it and see if it go to the end?
I can look at something really quick.
Look at the clock running. It's 3 laps. Do you have a warning light?
No, temps are
Temps are good.
fine.
You would just have to like literally just see if it goes
Yeah,
wide
just
open
go
throttle
see if you
quick.
can.
So it all looks okay under there to you?
To me, it looks
Okay.
okay, but you can't see anything up top in the real engine bay. You know what I mean? But if the thing just doesn't do a pull right here, you can just pull it over and park it.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, see if it makes boost.
Yeah, if it makes boost, then cool. If
It's
it
a
doesn't,
double
then
pitter, but he has like 7 minutes.
sorry, dude. No, I appreciate that. I kind of like it. She's got to be up top. You know, it's got to be up top where I can't see it, so no problem.
Alright, we're timing out.
I love the turbo. This was a kind of a ringer out here. You know, comes in with all-wheel drive, comes in with super respectable horsepower numbers. Honestly, I don't know what those are. I want to say it was somewhere in the 900 horsepower range. So several hundred over stock. And it's got all the racing pedigree of a Porsche. On the track, you can feel that pedigree. It is a bit heavy because it's a full service car, air conditioning, leather, and all the good stuff. The back end on that car certainly rotates fairly easily if you drive them like the other cars. But the power is unbelievable in that Porsche, and the braking is unbelievable. And I think it had a chance to be the overall winner out here. On my side of things, it just had some engine management issues where I guess it triggered a maximum torque value estimate that the computer has that triggers a limp mode, and when it restart didn't fix it, so it had to have a hard ECU restart. All of that means we only got a few laps out of it.
A hard launch and hooking up is probably not the best idea because it'll probably blow up the rear axle or some shit.
Let's not do that.
But two-step and just let it rip, spin through first. It'll look good.
I don't want to break anything.
Thank you.
So what you do is you push in the clutch and then you put the car into first.
Yeah. See, I'm used to things that basically do all that shit for you.
Yeah.
So what do I have? What's this third pedal for? Let me do that again.
I'll reset that one.
Why did that smoke the clutch so bad?
Were you in third and not first?
No, it's first. I'm gonna just take an easy launch. Ready?
Not a terrible lap, 137.
Oh, really? That's not that bad,
That's
actually.
a 10 seconds behind the ZR1, but
Yeah, but in a 2003 IS.
yeah. Just mind your brakes. We can hear him from here.
Going for another one.
He is going. He is going. This guy has a good life insurance policy. I like it.
It's gotta do 10 laps.
Bring it in and jump in the Supra really quick.
All right, you got it. What is the failure on the IS?
Brakes are just going bad, but you know, I could back it down speed-wise and it would have just stayed the same, but just going to make it way around the track a little bit slowly just from brakes.
Yeah.
All right, cool around. Thank you. All right, last up, Supra.
I mean, this car's really fun. You got to keep it between 7 7 and 9,000 RPM. So you gotta have the thing, actually 7 and whatever, 11,000. I don't even know what the gauge is supposed to be saying there, but it's a fun one. It just doesn't quite have the brakes and the seat. Owner's stoked, so it's still in one piece, so everybody's happy.
Guys, days at the track are really fun for everybody until there's a massive fire. Then they suck really bad. That's why we've put these Halguard units from H3R Performance in every single car in the Sorted Challenge. It's a clean burning fire extinguisher that's good for both gas and electrical fires. And if you hit the link in the description, we'll hook you up with a special price, my friend. Now, enjoy some more Sorted.
Oh my God. We'll see what kind of lap time. I think we're going to get 1 lap out of these brakes. We'll see what we get. I wish there could be a bigger seatbelt.
Launch it! Is it okay if you guys? Launch it!
Alright, you guys ready?
I'm like using my phone. I'm timing it, but I'm using it like a camera.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
He's gonna set the brakes on fire in 2/3 of a lap. Mark my words.
Woo! He listened to that thing open up is awesome.
This is
Here it comes.
he's overshooting that, I assure you.
Did you see?
Did he just leave strips?
Strips straight there and then straight here.
My God.
Is he trying to drift on the Mickey Thompson?
What? You gotta be dead straight. When you hit that throttle, you're dead. Oh my God. What a motor! It's unbelievable. Go down the straightaway. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No leaks.
Alive?
How are the temperatures?
Oh my God. Temperatures, what are you talking about? We just invented a whole new sport. This is a whole new lifestyle. Drag slicks, 1,300 horsepower, just get like 8-10 of them out on a track. Holy shit, my mind is so blown right now.
You were doing burnouts down the entire front straight.
Oh, I know. I was pedaling, trying not to get in the rev limiter. And the back straight too. Wait till you go around the back straight. They're black marks from beginning to end. The motor's so beautiful. Like you can just start to, at first you know how it's like an on-off switch.
Yeah.
It's really nice. You can get third gear and it'll drift.
feather it?
Yeah. And well, any gear, honestly, and drift. But I'm telling you, big ass balloon tires with 1,300 horsepower. We got
That's what's
something.
up?
Yeah, that's what's up.
we've got all the scoring for everybody. I'm going to focus on the people that won because that I can remember. Streetability went to the Porsche. Obviously, it had cooled seats. So nice job for doing as little as possible to make it less friendly. The 60 to 150, that was, interestingly enough, also the Porsche. And that was a surprise. And that was by 1/10 of a second. The time attack laps. The benchmark car, 755 horsepower. If you are faster than the ZR1, that's pretty damn impressive. The winning time was seconds faster than that. Porsche. The way the scoring went with the hot laps, that was also the heaviest weighted category, worth almost half the amount of points. The winner of that was the BMW, clearly. So, with that being said, the winner overall, even after the points came, by a good margin, was the Porsche. So,
Thank you for coming.
but for you guys, and also Anthony and the staff who is not here, Bill did a great job, Anthony did a great job, TR did a great job, and let's just give them a round of applause too because they deserve it. So, thank you guys, enjoy your drinks, and we'll see you tomorrow.
On the next episode of Sorted.
All right, welcome back to Sorted. Behind us we have Palm Springs, California, right? California, not Florida.
Or Palm Springs.
That's right. We're heading west for more adventure and mayhem not to be missed. Did you enjoy the show? Of course you did. You're still watching. And that's why you should go over to AutoTempest.com and start looking for your own overly modded gigantic baby turboed ride so you can join us here on Sorted. Scroll down, click on the link in the description, and get yourself to AutoTempest because, you know, all the cars, one search. As always, stay sorted.